الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So today I wanted to continue on the topic that I had started previously, and we were talking about Masih al-Dajjal. Right? We said that he is the liar, and he said he is the biggest trickster, and he's going to confuse everyone into believing the truth as falsehood and the falsehood as truth. Now there's one specific hadith, it's a bit of a lengthy hadith that everyone always talks about when it comes to the Masih al-Dajjal. And this is the story of a man known as Tamim al-Dari. Now the hadith itself was narrated by a Sahabiya, and the idea is that during the time of the Prophet ﷺ, when the Prophet ﷺ wanted to call people, he would send out a caller. So a caller was sent out to call everyone to the musalla. And then when everyone came to the musalla, there was a man, Tamim al-Dari, who was a Christian. And the Prophet ﷺ told him to tell everyone the story that he had just told the Prophet ﷺ. And I'm making it short, right? But the hadith is a bit of a lengthy hadith, so please, as a reference, if you want to go, this is in Sahih Muslim, it is known as a Sahih hadith. So once everyone was called, he started telling his story. He said we were people who were on a ship. He was of a Christian background. He was on a ship. And what happened is that the ship got lost during a storm. And they were lost for about 30 days. And after 30 days, they saw an island that was at a bit of a distance. So they took a smaller boat and they went to the island. As soon as they got on the island, they saw a beast that came towards them and that was able to talk. And the beast had so much hair that they weren't able to tell the front from the back and the back from the front. And the beast was able to talk to them. So when first he saw it, he got scared. He said, "Woe unto you," right? He got scared of the beast. And then the beast said, "I am," and he said, "What are you?" The beast said, "I am al-Jassasa." Now, Jassasa can be translated as like a spy or like someone who can, let's say spy. I think that would be the best translation in some way. Now, he said, "What is al-Jassasa?" Now the beast said, "O people, go to this man in the monastery. He is keen to know about you." So they were like, sure, they want to get away from this beast. And they said, there's a man in the monastery. So they went to the monastery. When they came to the monastery, they saw a really large man that was bound by shackles. There was chains around him and he was being kept and he was not able to move. And they again asked him, "Who are you?" He said, "You will soon find out about me, but tell me, who are you guys?" They said, "We are from Arabia, and we came on a ship, and then we ended up over here." And then eventually, the man started asking them specific questions, physical questions. He said, "Tell me about the date palms trees of Baysan." And they said, "It is bearing fruit." And he said, "Soon they will not bear fruit." He said, "Tell me about the lake of Tabariya." And then they said, "There's water in it. There's a great deal of water." He said, "Soon it will dry up." He said, "Tell me about the springs of Zughar," right, which is in Syria. They said, "What do you want to know?" He said, "Is there water?" They said, "Yes, there's plenty water." He said, then he said, "Tell me about the prophet that is unlettered, the Ummi," right? The unlettered prophet. They said that he left Medina, he was kicked out of Medina and he went to Yathrib. Then he asked, "Do the Arabs fight him?" He said, "Yes." And he said, "How did he deal with them?" Then he said that they won once and they lost once. They counted Uhud as a loss, right? So they said they won once and they lost once. Then he said, has it really happened? He said, yes. He said, if it is so, that is better for them that they show obedience to him. That man that was shackled said that it is better for them to show obedience to him. And he said, now I will tell you about myself. He said, I am the Masih. And soon I will be given permission to emerge. So I'll come out and travel in the land and will not spare any town, but I will stay for 40 nights, except Mecca and Tayyibah. They are both forbidden to me. Every time I try to enter one of them, I will be met by an angel with a sword in his hand who will bar my way. And on every route, there will be angels guarding it. At this point, the Prophet ﷺ stopped the man from talking and he slammed the mimbar. He hit the mimbar to emphasize and said, this is Tayyibah. This is Tayyibah. This is Tayyibah. Talking about Medina. So we know that Masih ad-Dajjal will not be able to enter Mecca and will not be able to enter Medina. These are the two places he will not be able to enter. And he gave a few signs that talk about things that will happen before he will actually emerge. Now, this hadith itself is very commonly used. However, some scholars have differed on this hadith itself. This hadith has been narrated and its chain is sahih, so it is a sahih hadith. However, there are some other hadith as well that kind of don't correlate with this one. For example, this one said that he's a larger man, but other ones said that he's a smaller man. Other ones say that he will be born from his parents at a later time and he will be a child and he will not be able to enter Mecca and Medina. That's there. But there are other hadith that kind of contradict this one. So the scholars have said that either one of two. They said that either when Tamim al-Dari went to this place, it is in a different dimension of time and space. And that is something easy for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do. Right? So they went to a different time where they were able to see this man known as Masih ad-Dajjal. Other narrations, other scholars have said that no, that is actually Masih ad-Dajjal. He is somewhere else and he will emerge at a later time. But either way, at that time, he said that he will emerge soon. And he did mention the 40 days. And as we have mentioned in our previous talk, the first day will be like a year. The second day will be like a month. The third day will be like a week. And every day after that will be the normal dimension of time, which is our normal day and nights. So we make dua that Allah protects us from the Masih ad-Dajjal and keeps us away from all of the fitna of Masih ad-Dajjal. جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.